Hey guy, Kanai once again here, Start Living Community, where we start living and stop existing. So I just want to touch on a few things, man. Hopefully it helps somebody to get back on track, especially in a relationship. I just want to holler at my fellas for a minute. And just to shed a little light, man, on an experience that I had already. And hopefully I want to impart that or share that with you and hopes that you don't make the same mistakes. And sometime in a relationship, man, we might have issues with our significant other, right? And when you have these issues, you figure, man, well, the only way that I can fix this, to see how I'm thinking, I'm already thinking how to fix. I didn't first try to get some insight from her, what she perceived the issue to be. You see, and that's where a lot of us as fellas, that's where our problem starts because of the way how we think. Once we perceive a problem within the relationship, we want to know how we can fix it and move on. And for the ladies, they want you to sit down and give you in-depth understanding as to what they believe the problem to be so that this situation doesn't escalate and you don't basically get shut out of our heart because it can get to those extremes to where she becomes emotionally unavailable as a result of your behavior and your lack of intuitiveness, understanding what her needs are and how to meet them. So it's not always up to us fellas where we just want to give them what we think they want. You have to first find out what is it that she needs. And this is why when you shower her with gifts or you do all these other things that you believe that will, cause the problem to go away, she frowned upon it. And she frowns upon it not because she don't love you and she don't appreciate the good gesture, but that's not what is it that's going to help the issue. And not always controlling the situation neither, that just makes it even worse. Because you know what, when you control a situation or you try to control people, it takes away from the love and the joy and the mirth that you would bring to that relationship. Because when you control them and you want to tell a grown person, when they should go, how they should dress, what they should eat, you know what I mean, what kind of friends they should keep, when should they leave, when they should be back. These things help to put someone in a cage. And you know what happens to a bird when you love it so much and you hold it so tightly in your hand because you don't want to let it fly away or get away from you? What happens? You squeeze it much tighter. And the more pressure you put on that bird, eventually what happens? You suffocate or you can even possibly kill that bird. And this is what you do to your woman when you have her under those restraints, where she can't be her authentic self, where she can't express how she loves and how you make her feel at the beginning of your relationship. So you have to really monitor and listen to your woman when she's talking to you and when she's trying to express to you, her discontent. And showering her with the gifts, man, I know that that's the normal thing that, everybody seems to think is the cure for every problem that a woman has. But sometimes she might just want your time. Sometimes she might just want you to hold her. Sometimes she might just want to have a conversation. Sometimes she might just want to sit down and laugh. Sometimes she might just want you to just listen. And if you don't able to equip yourself with this kind of ability, then it starts to put a strain on your woman. And when you start to put a strain on her, now she feels she can't connect with you. Now she becomes emotionally detached from her. And if she gets wind or the right guy gets wind in her ears, to help to alleviate that problem or facilitate that need, you understand? And if she happens to be vulnerable at that moment, anything can happen. So don't put yourself in a situation to lose your woman because why? You want to be stuck in where you want to be stuck at. Take the time out, get to know what is it that she wants, understand what is it that she needs, and now you can help to facilitate that if it's something that is doable. In most cases it is because it doesn't take a lot to make a good woman happy. It really doesn't. You guys, you might think we got to have that big six-figure job, to pay all these things and shower her with gifts and buy her clothing. I mean, those things are nice. Those are icing on the cake. But for a good woman, a lot of times what they want is just intimacy. You understand? They want to connect with you mentally. And I'm sure that was the reason that they got with you, outside of your physical appearance. Sometimes a woman might be with a man and she might not even be physically attracted to him. But she just love the way that he's able and capable of making her feel. So for my fellas, man, listen to your woman and give her what is it that she needs, not what you think that she wants. This is Kanai once again at Start Living Community. And when you do this, man, I guarantee you're going to start living, you're going to pump life back into your relationship, and you guys are going to really start to enjoy and start living. It's Kanai once again. Peace.